So now what we're doing is basically just separating the leaves from the stems. And because, like I said, these have a little bit of wilt on them, the leaves are coming right off. When I had previously made green tea from some of the New Zealand stock, I think over the winter, I pretty much I removed them from the stem, but some of the tender tip of the stem I left with the bud set, and I just put the stems aside and actually made a twig tea at the end, which had a lot of the same flavors of the tea made from the leaves. It might have been a little more mellow, but they were, you know, all rolled together. A lot of the juices and sap were kind of getting all over everything. I think what I'll probably do with these twigs is I might actually chop these up into little, you know, half-inch segments and essentially just let them, you know, air wither, and then I'll roast them, and I'll see what happens. So not really roll them, almost like make a white tea out of them. But I expect them to be pretty much the same flavor. So yeah, a lot of this leaf stock has fallen off. Like, yeah, that's the little twig set. And I think because these are autumn harvest, the shoots are actually pretty sturdy, and we don't really have like a lot of tender twig, a little bit up at the top. So I'm going to do this, separate all these, and then I'm going to, I think I'm going to, like I said, kill green pretty much right here, and I think that'll help the leaves kind of get a little more pliable. We'll just roll the crap out of them, and we will, instead of roasting them on a cookie sheet, right, like I did last time, the cookie sheet basically absorbs a lot of the heat from the oven, and it transfers it right into the bottom of the rolled up leaf. So what I was getting was like a heavy char on one side of the leaf, and it wasn't like a roast, it was almost like burnt. So I actually have those leaves that got a little charred sitting and hopefully mellowing out. I'm gonna, you know, revisit those. Maybe I'll do it later on this afternoon. They've been sitting for, you know, a month or two, and so I'm hoping that baking these right on this parchment paper will make it so that there's no, you know, scorch on the bottom, and they get more evenly roasted. And I think I'm honestly just going to roast them at like 220, you know, like boiling. It'll dry the leaves out nicely, and then I think it'll just start to slowly roast them. I'm just going to keep checking them. You know, I'll even put the timer on maybe every 5 minutes and just keep checking them, rolling them over, you know, pulling them out, seeing what they look like. Sometimes it's hard to see how much they're roasted, because see, this is like one of the little buds here that got a little it's pretty brown, it got a little oxidized. I'm just gonna throw it in there, but it's hard to see how much roasting you've done sometimes, because when you dry these leaves out and they've been you know, rolled and everything, they're actually almost black anyway. They're such a dark green. And so, you know, I'll try to go off of the aroma. I'll try to go off of a couple of things. All right, so I will catch you when I'm ready to do a little kill green on these guys.